Okay. How how is it? Is everything as it should be? Hello everyone. How are we doing today? I feel like I'm really short right now. Just stand up, sit up straight, sit up straight. Okay. Now we're good. Hello. How is everybody doing? I'm looking here. I should be looking here. I'm sorry. Hello. How is everybody doing today? Welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about cloth diapering. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it just in case you've never um, heard of cloth diapering or learned anything about it, but I'm going to share a little bit about it and a little bit about our journey and why ultimately we stopped. So just to give a little background, we cloth diapered for 5 years, 4 years of cloth diapering, and then we've done 4 years of disposable diapers. And just hearing myself say that 4 years of disposable diapers just gives me like the shivers, because I think about all those diapers in the landfill, and I am conscientious of the environment and all that. So I don't love that we use disposable diapers. But we probably won't go back to cloth, and I'll explain why in a little bit. But first of all, let's get hello, Rhiannon. How are you doing? Do you cloth diaper or do you use disposables? First, before we get started, I'm going to just give a little 101 on cloth diapering, because I know there's one particular mommy friend, hey Jess Chambers, she I don't know if she'll be able to make it on the live, but she is expecting and she's looking into cloth diapering. I always get the cloth and then go to disposable. Interesting. Share why you've switched, and we'll see if we have the same reasons. So our diapers are very, very loved. And at this point, for this next baby, if we did decide to go cloth diaper, which, that is always an option, we would have to get new cloth diapers, because ours are so, so loved. And maybe I'm just very bad at taking care of them. Okay, I know I'm pretty bad at taking care of them. And they don't work anymore. Like, they leak, and I'm sure the waterproofing on the diaper is dulled out. And there's ways you can like respray them, or there's things you can do. But it's just like a headache. I can't handle the poo cleaning and trying to keep up. I always have a toddler and a baby at the same time in diapers. It's so much. It is a lot. Yes, it is. So I had toddler and baby in diapers as well a few years back with that. Yeah, it's a lot. I'll get into my problems later, but yeah, it is a lot. I agree with you. Okay, so just a basic 101. This is called a pre-fold. So this is like the kind of cloth diapers that our mamas used on us, or our grandmas used on our parents, where like they have this and they have like a safety pin, and they, sealed it right up. It caught the stuff, and then that goes in the washing machine. Nowadays, they still have pre-folds, but they also have these fun diapers called all-in-ones, which is like you have a cover, you have your snaps. They have pocket diapers, which I'm like trying to grab them. Let me see if I have a pocket here to show you. This box, I haven't looked at this box in a long time. Okay, this is a pocket, though I do not recommend this brand, so do not get this one. But okay, so this one is a pocket. So you see the insert goes in there, and then it's like a little pocket diaper. So they have all sorts of different types of diapers, and when you're first learning about them, it can be completely overwhelming. Funny enough, I invested in all these fancy diapers, but at the end of the day, the pre-folds were the ones that I liked the best, which was kind of funny. And really, this is kind of hilarious. I would just use whatever. Like I had so many extra receiving blankets given to me that like in a pinch, like I had like diapers, receiving blankets. I don't know if any of them are in here, but like I literally just bunch up a receiving blanket and then stuff it in the cover and like use that as a diaper. Like, you just get to this point, I think, with diapering where it's just like, if it catches it, it's good. Maybe that was just me. So don't get too overwhelmed with like the different types of diapers, and you know, there's all these cute designs and all these different brands, and it can be very overwhelming. I think a good quality pre-fold and good quality covers, that's all you really need. They sell these adorable little things called snappies, where our grandmas probably used safety pins on the pre-fold to keep it in place, and they now sell these cute little things where you can use a snappy to keep it in place. And we do have snappies. Honestly, guys, this is just maybe my, you know, third time mom coming out. I don't know, but I would just stuff it in. If it was gonna catch it, it was good. Like, I didn't even snappy anything by the end of our cloth diapering journey. So all I'm here to tell you is that it doesn't have to be complicated unless you want it to be complicated. Okay, but now I'm going to tell you where it went sour for us and why we stopped. So we have very hard water in this city, and our washing machine, oh yay, Jess, you're here, yay! So ask any questions you have so I can address them. But basically I've just gone over the types of diapers, and I'm about to tell you why I don't cloth diaper anymore. So where it went bad. So we have very, very hard water in our city, and in order to clean the diapers properly, it's a process unless you have a water softener here. And what was happening to my diapers is they were getting ruined, basically. We used really good soap. We had this like pre-soak, and this detergent was actually designed by somebody locally, like specifically for cloth diapering mamas, because like it is a problem here. My diapers just got buildup on them. And what was happening with the buildup, I guess with the minerals or whatever it is that's in hard water, it was getting on my diapers and it wasn't getting clean. And I would strip them, which means you would just give them an extra long soak in your solution, or you would like give them a vinegar bath like overnight. I've done like sun baths, so many like out in the sun things, and I've tried to strip these diapers and no avail. And this is how I know it didn't work, is because every time, let's see, I'm gonna read this real quick. A farmhouse full has 8 kids and cloth diapers, so that's kind of cool and encouraging. She lives out in the country and she lays it all out. If you're interested, yes, that is a good resource. Jess, you can check her out and you can like learn more there. That is a great resource. I forgot that she cloth diaper. Yeah. Ah, oh, she's amazing. Okay, so and I've lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. So, but stripping the diapers, we couldn't get them clean. And no, it's okay. It's okay. We couldn't get them clean. And then, yeah, they just didn't work. And the reason I knew they didn't work is because they were giving my child a rash. This is my 3rd child. So we cloth diapered the first, we cloth diapered the second. And then kind of like near the end of our journey with our 2nd child, the cloth diapers were giving our son, the 2nd born, a rash. And I thought, oh, that's weird, you know, but soon enough he was potty trained, so I didn't think much of it. And then the 3rd child came around, and like every single time we put a cloth diaper on him, rash. And so, you know, I'm thinking yeast, I'm thinking like detergent buildup. And so I'm trying all these solutions for this problem. Anyway, I never figured it out. They give rash. So like, I'm done with these. I'm done. So I don't know. So I think at this point that is frustrating. Yeah. So at this point, I think if we did do cloth diapering again, I'd start over, like, because I don't know how to fix these. These just, they give rash. So I would buy new ones, and then I'd just be very conscientious about how I washed them, and I would make sure to use the correct soaps, but here's the problem, like, that's not my personality. Like, I'm not the type of person that would keep up with something like that. So, uh, so maybe I'll put my husband in charge. But as for like the cleaning of the poo, like that didn't really bother me so much. And I actually think cloth diaper mess smell, if you're on top of it, is actually better than the disposable mess smell. And I've like always thought it's like, really, it's more sanitary. Hello. And anyway, so if you have any questions about cloth diapering, please ask away so I can address that. But we did make the switch to disposables, and at first it was very, very, very expensive because I wanted the chlorine-free, bleach-free, like fair traded diapers, and we couldn't keep up with that after a while. So now we literally buy the Pampers from Costco, which if you'd have told me that that was going to be me a couple years back, I would have smacked you, because it's like, no, landfill and, you know, earth friendly and crunchy. But anyway, that's where we're at now. So we just use the Costco diapers. And you felt the same way, Rhiannon. So you get it. Like, I don't know if my standards are just going down the drain or I'm tired. I don't know. But yeah, that's where we're at. And surprisingly, the Huggies don't give rash. So we just use what works right now, and that's what works. So my friend said, don't feel bad, just go plant a tree. I love it. I love it. And we have planted a couple trees, so I can think of all my, you know, ways that I failed in the crunchy world, and then I can go plant a tree for each one of those ways. I didn't like that. I'm giving you some grace. Love that. I love that. So that is it. If there's any questions about cloth diapering, I'm talking to you, Jess. Just please put them in and I'll answer them as they come in. I am gonna move on to another topic, which is like totally different than diapering, but tips for newborns. Great question. Great question. Before we get into this other topic, I use the giant diapers on my newborns, and they looked hilarious because I had 5-pound babies, and so we did use the one size diapers, and it catches the pee, it catches the poo. They just look ridiculous in their onesie. So if you can afford, this one is a newborn cover. And meconium, yes, that's a good point. So if you can afford the cover for the newborns, and then you just have pre-folds, like you might as well just get a couple newborn covers just to make it a little less bulky. But even this, like if you have tiny babies like I do, like this is huge. This looks tiny, but like when there's like a teeny bottom, like it's huge. But as far as meconium goes, I was always really worried about the meconium staining the diapers. Yes, okay. I was worried about the meconium staining the diapers, and so I did the, they're called, oh, it's on the tip of my tongue, but now I don't remember. It's a disposable insert, and so you're still cloth diapering, but you're not using this inside. You're using something disposable inside. And those are called, it's like a hybrid diaper, but what is that called? I forget what that's called. So you can get those for the early days. Or you can even just put some sort of flip diapers. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the brands is the flip diapers, but there's a word for the actual disposable thing that goes in. I've seen some moms, they have the insert, but then they have like something disposable on top, and it's very thin, so the insert's catching the moisture, but then they just toss the solids out. So that, I think that's genius too. I never used that product, so I don't even know what that's called. But yeah, it's like a liner kind of thing. So that's one option. Another option is just do disposable diapers for that first week. We did that too, because people want to buy you diapers, or they're gonna buy you diapers. So just ask for the newborn size, and then you're covered. Like, you probably won't even have to buy them because people are so generous with diapers, I have found in my experience. So that's another option. Yeah, just specify, like, if you have a shower or something, that you want newborn size. So, okay, yes. Any other questions? Does that help about newborn stage? Yeah. You can't believe I'm 18 weeks. I can't believe you're 28 weeks. Yes, we're almost halfway. Baby is doing great. I'm feeling the baby move a lot now, which is way earlier than I ever have. If a 5-pound baby can go in there, I'm probably good. Yeah, yeah, exactly. They can. And the only thing is, like, if and when, like, you have your very first, like, newborn explosive poop, it might make a mess. But if you've got if you've got the liner, the not the liner, the outer cover that's nice and snug, it's gonna be just fine. It's gonna be fine. The inside will be a mess, but it'll be fine. So yeah, baby's doing great, and I feel a lot better. Popping on, so I remember to watch this later. Hi, Kenzie. Have a good day. My babies are typically 5 pounds-ish, 5 to 6 pounds. I have small babies, which I have mentioned here on the vlogs before. And this baby, the goal is to, like, make a fat baby. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I'm just, like, genetically, I make little babies. Which I don't mind as far as birthing them goes. Like, that's not so bad. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. My sister has, like, she had 10-pound babies. My other sister has 9-pound babies. So I don't know and I do go to term. The last one was born at 41 weeks, and he was 6 pounds. Try. Are we still connected? It's telling me it's not connected to the internet, but I don't even know. But I do go to term, and they're just teeny tiny babies. So, oh yay, I'm back. Woo! Okay, good. But yeah, so this time we're trying to make a fat baby just because if we have breastfeeding problems, which we have all 3 times, like, we want to have a little fat to lose. And, you know, so that was really scary, having 5-pound babies and then they're losing weight. That's, like, freaky. So that's why I'm just eating a lot, and I'm trying to eat a lot of protein and just really take care of myself in that way, which is weird. Like, I'm just gonna keep going for it. I'm just feed a baby, making a fat baby. Do you know why breastfeeding is tricky for you? It's a consistent theme each time. I do know why, and it's like a whole log. Like, but we can go there. So for me, each child was different. But now, knowing what I know now, is all my children were tongue and lip tied. And so what happens is they have a weak latch, because that's when they can't suck right, because this, you know, is tied and under there is tied. They can't suck right. And then what happens is my body doesn't realize that the baby needs nursing, because it doesn't realize that the baby's nursing, because it's such a weak latch. And then I stop producing milk. And so that's what's happened to us. And we've addressed it different ways each time. It wasn't until the 3rd baby that we got tongue and lip tie revision done, which is where they, like, laser or cut the tongue and lip tie and remove the ties. Yeah, so it's really hard. And at, you know, first time mom, not knowing what breastfeeding would be like, nursing a tongue-tied baby can be extremely painful. And so I'm, like, in excruciating pain, and I have no clue what's going on. I just think, oh, I guess this is what moms do, and this is my cross to bear. Just, you know. But thankfully I have learned a lot since then, and I feel like the community of, like, doctors, and like they're getting really educated on this specific problem, which is tongue and lip tie. And it is more common nowadays. There's different theories why that is, but it's nice to have people around you that can support you and understand what you're talking about. So, but that was us. And then I saw a question about lasers. What was the question for the laser? How was the healing process for the laser? Yeah. Okay. So Sebastian, he's my third. He got a laser frenectomy is what they call it, on under the tongue and under the lip. And he was 2 weeks old when he got that. And that was so scary. Like just that tiny baby and having that procedure like that. But anyway, he did well. And what you have to do is for a couple weeks, it might have even been up to a month after the procedure, you have to like stretch the area to make sure it doesn't re-heal, because it can re-heal. So you do like these little exercises where I'd put a glove on, and a sterile glove, and I'd like go under his tongue and then under his lip, and he hated it and I hated it. But we did that for about a month. And what we used for pain relief was arnica gel. Now I'm not remembering if I gave him a homeopathic arnica or if I gave him gel, because I don't think you can have that in the mouth now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know. But we used arnica for pain relief, and that seemed to help. And he didn't complain much. Like the only time he complained is when we were actually stretching it. So it healed very nicely, and within a month, like business as usual, we're doing great. So that was our laser frenectomy story. And yeah, so that was what our issue was. I can't speak English, with breastfeeding. And thankfully for all of them, we had sweet donor mamas, because I completely lost supply with my second and my third. And I had a sweet donor mama come to the rescue, and we were able to give them breast milk, which was really important to me, and still is, yeah. So that's how we got through those times. And now we're just gonna prepare ahead of time. If I get milk, as soon as my milk supply comes this time around, my goal is to pump as much as possible. I know it will make my body think that I have like, a herd to feed, and it will probably be bad, but hey, we'll have milk on hand. So they do the surgery on older children, or do they grow out of it? Okay, so tongue and lip ties aren't always an issue, a serious issue. Like my older two are probably still tongue and lip tied, but it doesn't affect their speech, and it doesn't affect their eating. So that's when it would become an issue, is if it affected speech or eating. But as far as like these two have adapted to it, and they're fine. I'm tongue-tied. I can talk and eat well and breastfeed until 6 months. I can't really roll my R's. Well, my German husband can't roll his R's either, so not everyone can. That's funny. I guess you do have to go back a little bit. Interesting. Yeah, so it people adapt to that, and it's not always something that has to be revised. You can't get the tongue. Wow. I'm like, wow, I can't even imagine. So, which sucked is a voice major. Oh, yes, Italian. I didn't know you were a voice major, Jess. Yes, I sing too. Not professionally, but I enjoy it, and yeah, I've been trained that way. That's cool. So that's, yeah, breastfeeding. Now, on to one more thing that I wanted to discuss today, and then I should probably get back to life and stuff. I'm a soprano too, a coloratura. What? Wait, a voice type. Maybe I haven't heard of this. A coloratura. What is that? Tell me. I'm intrigued. So about alto, yay! Everybody tell us your voice part right now so we can all sing together. Hi, fast runs, light voice soprano. Oh, that sounds so nice. So nice. My midwife, we were talking, and I was just telling her about how my moods have been really out of whack. And she told me, oh, just a second, I'm getting interrupted. Yes, Oliver. Okay, well, I'll be there in just a moment. I'm finishing my video. Okay, he's gonna sit on the couch for 1,000 years, he tells me. And just real quick before I get into the thing, I know it is a serious miracle I've had so much time. You're absolutely right. I used to play softball a long time ago, but I wasn't good. And volleyball, but that was like middle school time. And dancing, I did color guard, like a winter guard thing, and we danced. Always liked to dance, but I'm not a dancer. I like Zumba. Does that count? Okay, so yes, I will talk about this subject. I'm gonna force it. Okay, moving on. So, I was talking to my midwife, and we were talking about the mood swings that we've been discussing here on the lives, and I'd say I was talking to my midwife. I actually go to a birthing center, and every time I go, it's a different midwife that I talk to. There's 4 of them, and so I rotate. But this is a midwife I was talking to, and she says, some of the things you're saying are a little bit concerning. Have you considered that maybe you have high functioning depression? And I was like, wow, that's such a compliment. Like, high functioning, yay. But I had kind of considered that possibility, but I'd never heard it put that way, like high functioning depression. She's like, it's where you are struggling mentally, but like you're still doing life and you're still getting by. Basically, a lot of moms, because they have to, like, you're still getting up in the morning because like you're literally getting like, mom, like, wake up. But it kind of left to your own devices, like, would you be so high functioning? And so anyway, she got me reflecting on that, and she asked me, what do you do to make yourself feel better? And that legs, family life, personally, it's just mama life. Yeah, it's all, yeah. So I agree, Rhiannon, like, part of the, like, oh, so draining, and like I'm so exhausted, and I'm so down, and I'm so like high. That is part of family life. It is part of mama life, but there is like a point where we have to say, are we taking care of ourselves, right? And you suffer from actual depression. Yeah. So I've been there too. Like, I've been in that place, and where I'm at now is different from that place, where it's like you're low and you can't get out. And so, but I feel like a high functioning depression, like, and I don't want to say that lightly either. And I don't, but I kind of smile about it because I feel good today, but, I think the goal is, like, if you find yourself in that place, like, you don't want it to get deeper where you really can't come out of that. And so I am glad you brought that up, because I think it's maybe like a scale, it's like it gets deeper and deeper and deeper. So the question that I asked myself, and that, I encourage you guys to ask yourselves too, is what makes you feel better? What makes you feel better when, like, just on a generally, what makes you feel better? It's not necessarily that trip to the massage therapist. Yeah. Hi, Amara. It's good to see you. And yeah, it was a great question she asked me. And so I was reflecting on that, what makes me feel better? And I said, exercising does. And then she asked me, well, are you exercising? And I said, no, because we had been sick. And so if you ask yourself that question, like, what makes you feel better? And then you like it kind of dawns on you like, I'm not doing that thing. You know, if it's prayer in the morning or that quiet time, and then it dawns on you like, yeah, I'm not doing that. It's like, for me, I'm like, I'm not taking my own medicine that I know is good for me. And so that was not eye-opening because I know what's going on, but she kind of put me in check. It's like, okay, so I got to exercise again. And so I did start exercising, and I haven't missed a day since we had this talk because it is so important to me. Like, this is the foundation. This is what makes my hormones right. I don't want to get it to that place when the chemical imbalance, you know, gets so deep and so desperate. Like, I need that switch from working out in the brain. I like this Kathy Mommy YouTuber chat too. This is good. This is real good. This is the longest live I've ever had because we're just having fun. But I don't want it to get to that place where it's so deep where you can't get out. And if there's something that I need to do to maintain that, you know, maybe it's a certain food or like minerals that you need to take, like, I don't know. But if there's something that you need to do to maintain your balance, do it. And I'm giving you permission to prioritize it. If you're in a place where you're struggling to prioritize yourself, I hear about prioritizing myself and I think like, oh, well, I don't have the budget for a massage or a spa day. Like, that's fine, but maybe it's a hike you need, you know. It doesn't have to be like, I don't know, superficial. Way to go with exercise. It's so hard to do it when you haven't. Yes. Okay, yeah, you did. I did it. Oh, I lost it. I didn't know about her question. I feel like I could do the same video. I'm hypothyroid too, for the one who shared that. Yes, I know. Like, there are times where it's like literally, I know the only thing wrong with me is chemical. And like, it's, I could watch a funny movie, but it's like not going to change my chemicals. But, you know, some of us, like, working out seems to help my chemicals. Being sick sucks and it's hard to regain inertia. I agree 100%. February, we were all sick. We were so sick all February. And so I didn't have a routine of fitness. And yeah, it felt like February was like the death, like decomposing. And then I'm hoping March is going to be birth a new life. But we're going into Lent, so we'll do a little more death and decomposing. But we are looking forward to spring. So yes, that's what I got for you guys today. Lent and pregnancy. That is a good. Let's see. Can we talk about Lent and pregnancy? I haven't reflected a lot on Lent yet, so maybe next week I'll have more to say about that. I always reflect on those we know who have greater challenges. It makes me put one foot back on the path. I agree. Like, that can be helpful to think about those, like, because there's always somebody that has it worse, and just to have the gratitude for what the gratitude for what you do have. And that's a word that keeps coming up, gratitude. Like, I'm feeling all these things that I lack, but I haven't been focusing on the things that I'm so blessed for. No, you know, so do it. Gratitude is good. But one time, this is kind of a side note. One time I was in counseling, and this lady, I was telling her, you know, but so many others have it worse, and I'm very blessed. And she's like, that's the Brady Bunch syndrome. That means like I have it great, so I can't be sadder. You know, she said something like that. And like, at the time I was a young girl, I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll never do that. I'm never saying that again because I don't want to get in trouble for the Brady Bunch syndrome. But no, I think having gratitude for the blessings in your life is helpful. Oh, and as far as pregnancy goes, like fasting traditionally for Ash Wednesday, absolutely. Yeah, don't fast. Do not fast. you don't need to fast. You can think of other sacrifices, and it probably won't even be that hard because you're pregnant. And you're gonna like say, oh, my back hurts. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. But maybe next week we can dive more into that, because I think my 5-year-old is missing me. He's giving me gifts under the door. And so I think, yeah, it's time to go be mama, even though daddy's out there, but it's time to go be mama. So thank you for being on this live stream with me. This one was fun. Like, I had a blast, and I hope you did too. So blessings to all of you, and I'm praying for you all that are watching it now and that will watch it later. So thank you.